My name is Robert Snell, and I'm excited to be sharing some work with you. I came to Western Michigan University 2 years before the industrial design program had started. I was in the College of Fine Arts, but I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had a passion for creative thinking, problem solving, and imagination, but no field that I looked into really clicked for me. That was until I was told about the new industrial design program that was being started. I left my advisor's office telling him I would think about it, got about a foot out the door before turning around and saying, I'm in. And that's where my journey as an industrial designer started, and it's a pretty fitting start. So I spent some time considering how I wanted to present my work for IDSA, what story I wanted to tell, and how I could show off some great work like I've seen past merit award winners do, but none of it felt honest to the work I've done and to my story as an industrial designer. So I decided to take a step back and do exactly that, present my work honestly. I'm going to talk through two projects today, a failure and the lessons learned. When my class was tasked with creating a project for the International Housewares competition, I was ready to take on the design process and make a truly impactful product. This led to the design of Silo. I had read about the waste that the coffee industry produces, and as an avid coffee drinker, I felt there had to be solutions that I could help come up with and really kind of cut down on that waste. I wanted to know why consumers use what I call coffee shortcuts. That's things like Starbucks and K-Cups that produce a lot of waste, and why they choose to use these rather than making their own coffee. Starbucks sells 6 billion unrecyclable cups every year, while the waste of K-Cups can span the earth 10 times. I started doing interviews, sending out surveys, and doing observations to get a better understanding of the coffee making process. I went out to both local and chain shops around Kalamazoo to see how they made coffee and if it could inspire a new way of making coffee at home. These quotes from coffee drinkers and from workers that I got from interviews really drove my project forward and allowed me to begin ideation. I began sketching concepts for a system that allowed for easier measuring of coffee grounds through the use of a scale to get those exact measurements while trying to get that perfect cup of coffee. I expanded this concept a bit further to be able to work with any type of granular substance that someone may need to measure out in their kitchen. Rice, tea, protein powder, flour, sugar. I wanted this product to be one that truly made people's lives easier and made kitchen tasks more enjoyable. I also wanted it to be a product that people like to have displayed on their kitchen counters rather than something that was just another appliance. I referred to this project as a failure, but what is a failure? Everyone may have their own opinion about it, but for me, Silo fell into this definition. My first shot at the design process kicked my ass. I wanted so badly to create an impactful product that ended up forcing it. I tried to create a solution based on a few quotes I got from a couple people and could not break away from the early ideas of how to solve this problem. I did this rather than letting the research truly guide me. I approached this project with a lot of confidence and was left feeling a bit defeated. Uh, Success is stumbling, but you can't lose that enthusiasm. I definitely stumbled, but I did not lose my motivation, and I used it to want to be better. I let it drive me, and I told myself that I would use that to learn and do better next time. It was not long until I was faced with another problem to solve. The Eaton Corporation tasked my class with looking into last mile delivery in the grocery shopping system. While researching that grocery shopping system, I found some pretty outrageous statistics. The FAO estimates that 40 to 50% of all produce is lost before it hits the market. If we cut that down by 1/4, it would be enough to feed the world's starving population. Produce waste can be attributed to a large number of issues: poor shipping conditions, poor post-harvest storage, trucking issues, and poor human handling. This is what we currently ship produce in. We rely on flimsy cardboard boxes and hard plastic crates to protect our food as it's shipped around the world. There has to be a better way. I began ideation for a system that checked off each box that may cause produce to be damaged and resulting in waste. I implemented a stacking system that allows for multiple bins to be securely stacked. I kept bins shallow to prevent damage from crushing weight from the produce on top of itself. I reimagined the system in which produce and the bins are moved to ensure that there is as little human contact as possible until bins are displayed in the market. These bins have a dual purpose. Produce is both shipped and displayed on the floor in the cocoon bin. Once on the floor, the shipping lid is swapped out for an in-store display lid. This display lid gives the market full customization as well as having an interactive screen consumers can use to get more information about the food that they're purchasing. One of the most important parts of this system comes in the relationship between the shipping bins and the autonomous semi-truck that was designed by my team member. We have implemented a linking system between all of the boxes in the truck that allows for CO2 to be released into the bins and be circulated by the truck. CO2 can extend the life of produce by 50 to 100%. This is incredibly important when produce is being shipped worldwide and with so much of the waste coming in that shipping time. It actually also acts as a natural pesticide, suffocating bugs and bacteria and leading to healthier produce. The lessons learned from what I called a failure project taught me how to approach design more effectively, empathetically, and how to truly listen in order to discover the problem. I think one of the most amazing things about being a designer is the ability to look at everything around us and ask why. Why do we accept waste when so many do not have that luxury? And then to think how. How are we going to fix it? Thank you.